Hello, everybody. If there's anybody even out here yet, but I figured I'd go ahead and hit the go live button, so I'm starting on time. If there's anybody even, but hopefully everybody had a good week this week and everything like that. And I got some news news from Cajun, and but I'm gonna wait till I get till some people get in here that'll know what that are that are concerned. So, but I mean, I ain't shouldn't have to make this announcement with without some people here. So, hello, Mister Puller Head. How are you now, sir?
Oh, pretty good. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. How does how did the what did you find out on the rear end on your tractor? Years.
I haven't even got the chance to work on it yet.
That was
So,
kind of what I figured you'd be gonna go what was gonna do on your video you put up today. So,
nah, I had to put that video up because that was before the poll that's coming up tomorrow's video.
okay.
So I didn't want to postpone putting out the polling video for too long. So
Yeah, yeah. Uh, I hadn't got to work on my truck anymore this week. The doggone doctor's appointments every day. So
yeah, that kind of puts a hamper on everything.
between the doctor's appointments and helping my neighbor with his barracuda again some more. So and now he brought me his boat again. Hey, Kyle. uh, well, just you know how to work around that, Kyle. Just just go talk to Sandy or Mark, and they, they'll they'll give you permission. Say your mom and dad said it was okay, but yeah. Hey, Steel Sky, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal,
Yeah.
Bachi.
Hey, Bocce. You can stick around, Bocce. Kyle ain't gonna bite you. If he bites you, rumor is he's had his shots. So even if he bites you, you'll be all right.
Well, Bachi was messaging me before your live stream started. She said she had to go jump in the shower, you know, before it started. I just want to know, did she have to get a running start to get over the bathtub edge, or is that why she was jumping in the shower?
Uh-oh. She may have just have one of those fancy walk-in showers.
Good possibility, but she said she had to jump in the shower, so I'm assuming she had to get a running start to jump over the bathroom, the tub edge, you know.
Yeah. Well, I had just got off the phone a minute ago with Cajun, and hopefully he's gonna show up. But he was kind of aggravated because one doctor's wanting to do one thing, and his surgeon's wanting to do another. Uh, so he's kind of frustrated, but
Right.
he's sounding a lot stronger today than what he has the other times I've called him. Yeah, soon as more to crowd, I'm gonna give it a little time and see if he can actually get on the line. If not, then I'll I'm just gonna give y'all some of the information. Uh, but like I said, see, Bocce says she got a walk in, so she know how to jump.
Yeah, but some of those have like a 4 or 5 inch lip on them, so
well, well, even a midget ought to be able to get into that down cage. I mean, Ed.
and bocce your pie is in the refrigerator. That's going to be a late night snack. You know, I'll pop it in the microwave and warm it up and get it nice and warm. You know, nice warm Dutch apple pie. Mm.
And well, the thing about it is, it's almost time for us not to even have to need refrigerator for a while.
Yeah.
Um,
The next few days, it's going to be like 40 overnight, 40, 43, something like that, and upper 60s during the day. But then mid next week, it's back up to 60 degrees at night and 70 something in the afternoon. So,
well, uh, Ed, how do you? It's been so long ago since I did it. How do you adjust a float in a carburetor?
in like a single cylinder or like the single cylinder carburetors and that, they've got a little tang that the needle sets on, and you
Yeah,
bend it up or down. And to get it adjusted right, you flip it upside down so the float's facing up, and you want the float perfectly
level.
level. Yep.
Okay. I got a. I still work fiddling with this boat motor. My neighbor down there. He's still wanting to get it running. So I'm. I'm. I mean, it's just kind of. And that's kind. And I mean, that's kind of slowing me down from being able to get out and work on the truck. But that's. I still. I mean, that's. I guess I got longer to help than he does. So I mean, he found out the other day he's got skin cancer. So
Yeah, my mom's had 2 or 3 bouts with skin cancer spots, and then a couple things with breast cancer. So
yeah,
she pulled through them just all of them just fine. So
yeah, that's well. He's Hey Sandy, how are you tonight? Uh, Sandy, Kyle said he needed permission to be online tonight. So can you give him permission to be on my live stream? And so Kaylee don't chew his head off or whatever. But yeah, it's I knew it was something to do like something like that, but I could not remember. But I thought I knew it had they had to set more leveled, and because when we cranked it, we actually had it, we actually cranked it up the other day,
mhm.
and it it was running, but it was pouring gas out the doggone carburetor. So I'm figuring the float. It's because we didn't have a float set on, and and then my dumb butt, after we had one of those jets, the screw bow hole with it had got jets in it.
Mhm.
Once we had one, he had one made, and of course, I I my dumb self, I just barely touched it, but I was pulled the wrong way a little bit on it and on the actual one we had, and I broke it. So he had to get another one made. And hey, Breezy, and and so I believe it was, and then but I mean, I know we know it'll run, and the carburetor the fuel was actually coming out around the bowl, so I know those gaskets we got replaced. Those gaskets and one of the other the top carburetor had a little bit trickling out of the bore itself. So I'm I'm figuring that's because the floats ain't been set on it. So
Yeah, it's a good possibility.
maybe later, yeah. And that's I could I was and like I said, when I broke that doggone bolt, I wanted to cry because it's so dang. We've waited a year trying to get this thing to try to crank it, and it turned over a couple of times, and it busted off, but like I said, it was pouring some gas bad. We just cut it off right away. So
Yeah.
But
The other thing you can do too is when you got the bowl and stuff off and the float out, take the needles, a little bit of toothpaste, polish them up with that, and then put a little bit of toothpaste on the Q-tip and run it up and down and clean the seats and stuff out really good. That'll make them seat better, you know. Because if it has a little bit of corrosion or something like that in there, that can make the float stick, the needle stick, and let fuel by and flood it out too.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's got new needles and seats in them. We put them in last year, but this is
sitting all year can get a little bit of corrosion in there.
Yeah, I mean we took all the old gas out of it, and we took it, and it's still got a strong smell to it. So we just put we put the old gas back in it, but we took it in a bowl and let it sit out there to make sure that there was nothing floating around in or anything. So
right,
it seemed like so we just to get it running. Then we put just enough gas in it to get it running, and then we'd go out to before we go to the lake, we'll go to the places to get that ethanol free gas, to go in it and stuff like that. But I got it up here in my shop. He was wanting to just go and take it to the lake. I said, no, we're gonna go. We're gonna fire it. I got the ears for it. We're gonna crank it up before it ever goes to the doggone lake.
Yeah, before it gets in any water.
Yeah, I said, because I mean, if it's not gonna crank, it's better to do it right here at my shop than it is to do it at the doggone lake. Because just as soon as you pull up there with a boat, that's my experience. Just as soon as you pull up there with a boat and it don't crank right away, everybody and his brother shows up at the same time wanting to go into the doggone water. No, it would have been me. It would have been me that would have been pulling it to the lake. So, but here's Mr. Mark. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm trying to get set up. Hold on.
Excuse me a minute or two. But yeah, he's actually getting a little bit of that trucker 24-hour shadow now. I mean,
it's almost No Shave November.
That's what
he's got to get his camouflage on for the deer.
Hey, I got this heavy one on. I got this heavy one on, and I'm still freezing.
Well, that's why I stayed in the house all day.
Oh, this Coumadin's killing me right now.
And in response to Mater's post there, yes, I do watch Musty One, but I've been doing that trick for years and years and years. An old mechanic taught me that way back when I first started wrenching on car carburetors. Use either toothpaste or lapping compound.
Okay. Now I got in here. Hey, how's everybody doing in the chat? Good to see y'all. Okay.
Doing as good as I was 45 minutes ago.
Did I see you 45 minutes ago?
Just about.
An hour.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty cold out there.
Oh, no. It's awesome.
She got mad at me. I had to walk from the restaurant all the way here, and I froze.
Oh, you're so full.
Gibson. Oh,
no better.
Sandy Kyle said he was having to sneak in here to be in the side chat tonight. But I guess because Kaylee won't let him on, or he wasn't supposed to be on here tonight. So I told him, I said I would get him permission to be able to watch my stream from the parents whenever they got in here. So.
I told him he has permission. They're actually at Bo's house.
Oh, okay.
Kaylee and Kyle, they're having a bonfire and eating.
Is that the big boom I heard?
It could be.
Kylie and Bo in the same room.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Missy is if he can get onto the side chat, I got it posted at the top. I mean, Delisa says she sent him one, I think, but hey, Mike Parsons.
Is he out of the hospital?
Okay. I feel left out. Delisa didn't send me nothing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I didn't even get nothing. I just got
Delisa?
the thing. She's slacking.
She's supposed she's did they get you?
Delisa, you didn't send me nothing.
she says she's running late tonight, but yeah, Missy, tell Cajun the link is posted in the top up there, and she resent it also.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I reckon I could drop it again.
Crystal, is that for me? The garage would be a good place to sleep if you piss me off.
Uh-oh.
I was a little bit late, but I don't think I was that damn late.
Okay, so
All right, there he is.
There's Cajun. How you doing?
Cajun.
And we finally got to see y'all again.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
I
man.
was holding off information about you there till you got in here, Cajun.
Well, guess
Okay.
what? We didn't get to hear it.
Yeah, so go ahead and kind of tell everybody what your condition is and what's going on with you.
Oh well. Oh man, I got all kind of stuff wrong with me that they found out. I didn't even bring my clippers. Missy's been at the house a few times, but oh well. I got when I came in. Whose phone was that?
Well, what now? I don't know.
If it was a phone, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. I was hurting real bad for a few days, and see y'all know it already. Is that light blinding y'all?
No, you look. That's good.
Put my damn. I can't see nothing. Too small. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, here we go. All right. There we go. Well, y'all can see I'm in a hospital room.
Oh, yeah.
Been here a week and a couple days, a week and a day. Something like that.
It's just fun in there, isn't it?
Oh, boy. Yeah, oh, it is. Man, I crack more jokes in here than I do on YouTube. I'm serious. I'm serious. Especially when they leave themselves wide. Them young, naive student nurses and all that. Them
Oh yeah, they're
greenhorns.
real fun, huh?
Man, if they say something, they ain't been around life too long, put it that way. And you can catch them real good. So anyway, oh crap! I went to the doctor. Me and Johnny's got a doctor in the next building over. Well, it's not the next building over. It's yeah, I do need to get up some more right here. That's all I can get up.
No, you can go further than that.
Yeah, I can. I did. Anyway, me and Johnny, we have a doctor in the building over, Dr. Ashan, and he's a cardiologist. I went in over there, and I'm acting like I am right now. Short of breath, in pain.
Well, that didn't sound very good.
Oh, some phlegm.
Oh,
It was some old cold that I took a nap earlier, and it's cold as shit in this room. Missy, I put it on a 74 or 73. I turned it up 1 degree. It's electronic. I turned it up 1 degree, and bam. And it never got warm. Well, it got colder outside. That's what it is. So, oh boy.
That's just some antibiotics. You good?
All right. What's up, Derek? Say hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
What y'all doing good?
keep an eye on him. He's trouble.
You don't have to worry. I got to keep both eyes on him.
Cajun, you look like I did in New York there. You need about one more bottle hanging there, don't you?
Yeah. You can tell he's doing well, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, y'all need to ask Derek about when I had that perforated intestine and all them antibiotics. I must have had 10 bags on that Christmas tree.
Yeah. There was 3. I remember there was 3 different pumps going at the same time.
4.
Oh, it was 4? I thought it was 3. But
No. 4 pumps.
Yeah.
Because all 4 of them drove me crazy.
Yeah, but all that
for 2 weeks. Yeah. All right, y'all got to meet a buddy of mine. Been known a couple years. So anyway, that's about it. Well, no, that's not about it. I was at Dr. Eyeshaw's eye shines. Me and Johnny Best got the same doctor, like I said. And they looked at my stomach, my belly. I had my overall bibs on. You know, my CP bibs.
Yeah.
That what you call it sent me. And my Evan Rude hat. And that nurse took one look at me.
You didn't fill them overalls up like CP does, though.
Oh, they were filled up, bigger than CP's. That nurse took one look at me and said, "Son, you need to go next door to the ER." She said, "There ain't no way we seeing you today. We're gonna cancel your appointment and reschedule you." She said, "You need something's wrong with you bad." So I came over to the emergency room and I said, Dr. Sabagian's my surgeon, and I need to see him. And boom. So gallbladder messed up, not working.
Oh boy.
All right. You gonna have something for me? And
Yeah, in about 30 minutes.
hey, you the man. All right. So they found out first my what they call that?
Pancreas.
What they call that thing?
Your insides.
Above your stomach.
Pancreas. Liver and pancreas.
Pancreas.
Yeah.
That was bad. Inflamed. Pancreas. I just said it, Missy. So that's bad. Inflamed. Gallbladder's not working. They found out later when they did that nuclear medicine test.
Yeah.
That looks like an MRI.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we scheduled some surgeries and they kept getting canceled to take my gallbladder out because my potassium levels wasn't right. And it's a delicate balance between your potassium level and other levels of nutrients in your body. So They finally got right, and the doctor got called off an emergency yesterday
Sounds
evening.
like you were the emergency, not the other guy.
But he was already over there. So, and he was leaving to come here. So he stopped by my room last night at 9, woke me up, and woke my wife up first. I remember that because I was just groggy getting up, and then I heard him waking up, missing, and I got up, and I looked over and said, "Hey, Doc," go groggy out of my head. And he said, "I'm sorry I couldn't get to you tonight." He said, "I'll be back Sunday,"
Oh boy.
I'm like, all right. Well, there was a doctor that came in today. So take a guess what? He found out that I'm going to be here another 3 days or 4 days, then have my surgery. He don't like it because he's a doctor. He's a hospital doctor. He gets a certain salary because he's not my doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My surgeon gets his money.
Yeah.
So
There's a
he
big
tried to
difference.
he changed my food to regular food. If I'd have ate all that food today, that regular food, the shrimp, the great shrimp and shrimp stew and carrots and potatoes and all that, take a guess what would have happened to my stomach.
You'd have been back.
I couldn't. It would have fucked my stomach up. Oh, sorry. It have screwed my stomach up so bad from not having food in it for so long. And it would have canceled my surgery. So I didn't pay attention to that slip because somebody told me, I got inside information. Somebody told me about about the food, the change order that doctor did, not the surgeon. The doctor did that. And the doctor changed my med forms, my med timetables. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. House doctors tend to screw you up more than anything.
Somebody's gonna be lighting into his tail when they get back.
Yeah.
Occasion is like your TV and all that stuff. Is that on the push button thing, or do you got like one of them little computer screen setups? Oh,
Yeah.
it's on that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in New York there, everything was on like this small little laptop that was on a table. You
Oh, y'all
control the
fancy up
windows,
there,
the
though.
lights, and everything.
Y'all fancy. That's a
Yeah, well,
brand
that
new
was over.
hospital.
That was
That's a
over in
brand.
New York.
It's a brand new hospital or a brand new renovation.
I don't know. My TV software updated, and I lost half the apps that I had downloaded on it because it said I don't have enough room on it.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. When I had open heart surgery, I didn't have no food given to me like what Cajun was shrimp and all that. I'm going
No.
for the hospital.
I'm serious. I can show y'all.
They definitely didn't have nothing like that. I mean, you might have got a little bit of salad, a little bit of mashed potatoes, and maybe a little small piece of meat. That was about it.
I can remember having
Okay.
one of them stupid food tube things shoved up my
Yeah.
nose there for about 2.5 weeks.
Oh no.
Well, baby, you know what? I can't show him if you do that.
Turn your phone the other way.
How about turning this plate? I can't see that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you're ready for that yet.
No.
No, you ain't ready for that yet.
Oh, there it is now. There it is.
I'm showing the food today.
Shrimp and
Shrimp
everything.
gravy, potatoes, and carrots.
What is that, doctor? Some kind of lunatic? Or just ignorant?
She already put it up.
All right.
She already put it up.
Wow.
But
That's better food than I get at home.
Sounds like cooking with the bear needs to do better than, huh?
it's not Mrs. cooking, but it is Louisiana cooking. And see if I can get this up. It is Louisiana cooking. It's not Mrs. cooking, but
It's cooking.
let's see if I can prop this phone up. There we go. All right. I won't better stay too much longer. Sorry to waste your time like that.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
wasting our time.
You ain't wasting our time.
It's nice to see you again.
With that big old long story, you know.
That ain't a long story.
Well, are they? Have you seen the surgeon tonight, Cajun?
Huh?
Did the surgeon come by tonight?
No, the surgeon is out of state right now.
Uh,
Still on that emergency.
Oh, okay.
He had to leave over there by Lake Charles. He couldn't get a flight out of Lake Charles. He's a surgeon that's all over.
Okay.
And he couldn't make it in time in his vehicle. So he had time to hit the Lafayette airport. I mean the Eunice airport. That's over here, right down the road. What? No, I can't see chat. Nope. I sure can't. Hello, everybody in chat. I forgot about y'all. I forgot about everybody. Where's Mater at?
He's in here.
Okay. Oh, I hope Mater comes back on.
He was on the side chat.
Oh, man, I'm out of breath.
Well, you're not no spring chicken, you know.
Well, that's true, but damn, I ain't but a couple of years older than Mark and Ed and Daryl, you know?
Yeah, Ed's older than all of us, Cajun. Come on now.
Yeah, right.
I'd be out of breath lifting that big plate too.
Hey, how you doing, William?
Hey, William.
So I want to know one thing, Cajun. When they come in and change all them IV lines every so often, do you just look forward to that?
Actually, right here, that's one pick line.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Why
good.
couldn't I have something like that?
That's a pick line.
Yeah.
That's a stent. That's a stent that goes all the way up my shoulder, in my vein,
And it goes round down to your, almost your heart.
And down straight down about on the side of my heart down there.
Yeah.
That thing's 43 centimeters long.
Jeez.
Huh. You're 1 centimeter
or
longer than I
37,
was.
38, or yeah. It's right at 38, 40 centimeters long.
I think mine were 42.
But that's a heck of a lot better than getting it changed every time.
No, I don't.
That's for sure.
Definitely.
Now I had two IVs on this arm right here. They all gone, but man, that arm's screwed. They still get blood every morning though.
Oh yeah.
They can't get blood out of this.
Yeah. But believe it or not,
they was gonna put 2 lines in me, 3 pick lines in me, but they couldn't. I got 2 blockages somewhere.
Oh.
This is supposed to be a double.
Uh-huh.
I got a blockage. They could put 1, but not 2.
Yeah. That's what I ended up. I ended up with a double in the end there because they couldn't even find any veins to keep changing them lines with every day.
Damn. Hey, you change IVs every day?
They were changing me every day or every other day. I had like 4 on each arm.
They're supposed to leave a long lead out of those things.
When Delisa was in there, they didn't put a pick line on her, but they sat there and they stuck her over 300 times in 3 days in her left arm. I mean,
Damn.
they couldn't even find no veins in it. They to this day they can't find veins.
They blew them all out.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go potty.
Start digging.
okay.
I gotta go potty.
All
Uh-oh.
right, Cajun.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
we'll
gonna
see
be
you next
getting my
time.
medicine. I took. They gave me some medicine, some magnesium earlier, and I think, and that causes me to hit the toilet for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Pass
we
a
don't
little.
need to see that.
Pass a little squirt, then 30 minutes later, pass another squirt, and then I'm good to go. And then I take my pain meds and boogity. I'm raring to go for 3 hours at least. So I might, if somebody else is on later on tonight, I might be on after
Hello,
8 o'clock.
everybody.
All right. Well,
See you later,
Just-
Missy. Take
just-
care of him.
just take care, Cajun, and hope and you know, like I said, if you need anything, let us know, and we will.
Oh yeah, man.
We'll do what we can.
Mrs. over here, she's got her own bed in here, and she's taking real good care of me.
Well, Mrs., you got your frying pan. He sounds like he's getting a little ornery now. I mean, he's got a little bit more strength than he had the other week when I called him. Last week when I called him, so
She'll just pinch off that IV line for a couple seconds.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't mess with me.
There you go. Just like that girl in that airplane movie. That little sick girl.
Yeah.
I forget her name. She played on the Love Boat as the captain's adopted daughter. I think her name was Macaulay or McCaughey or something like that. I forget her name. They were red-headed, blonde-headed girl. So, well, thank you, baby. But all right, guys, I'll check y'all later. Love.
Yeah, see you later.
Look here. Love, peace, and crackling grease. And y'all stay north of the grass. Y'all don't do like me and mess up your damn stomach. Pluto.
Pluto.
Oh, Lordy.
Well, it was good to see him anyways.
Oh, it sounds like he's getting back around.
Yeah, he was. Mark,
good spirits.
I mean, Mark can vouch for me, because I mean, he was sounding rough last week. I mean, I called him after the stream, and he could barely talk last week.
But whenever I talked to him, I think he was pretty well medicated, so he was having a rough way to go. But he's looking better.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. But like I said, I mean, so what did you do anything interesting this week, Jeff?
Oh, let me see. What did I do this week? Now you're making me think. I'm not good at that.
Well, don't do it too hard. I mean, I'm kind of seeing a little bit of smoke coming out them earphones right now. But
I did 2 loads of dirt out of the one job today. They pulled the driveway before it rained, so I loaded 2 loads out of that, took it to a different place. I took a load of 3/4 stone down to this one pull job we did a couple of months ago that they stopped. And then I ran a load of dirt from this one place over to the job I was at over in Mansfield there. And what did I do yesterday? Yesterday I did 4 loads. I can't remember where I did them to. Help me out here, Mark. Where was I yesterday?
I don't know where the hell I was at yesterday, Jeff.
I got 3 or 4 loads of laundry you can do over here.
No, it wasn't laundry.
Well, I know where I was at yesterday. I went to see, had to go see my brother. And then I go next week to see my heart doctor. But that heart catheter, I don't know what I told y'all last week or not, but they basically, they said they didn't find any blockages, but they found out that my arteries from my heart are in the wrong place. And it's not fatal, and I don't need surgery right now. But it's also leaning to one side. It's not on the front left artery. So okay.
Oh yeah, and I put the mower deck on a big tractor last night too.
That's good.
All I gotta do is get the belt on it.
Yeah, the grass is probably getting pretty high.
Starting to.
Well, a few more nights like last night, and the grass might go into remission for a year. That's what I'm hoping anyway.
Yeah, it got mighty cold this morning.
Yeah, it was cold here this morning.
It was 41 when I pulled out of the driveway.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was here, but I know I had this shirt on, and I got my long sleeve shirt under it, and I had my glow in the dark coat on.
and it is supposed to warm up just for a couple of days. Then it's supposed to be right back down in the low 40s again for lows. So.
Yep, good weather to get sick in.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be back up into the 70s by next weekend for us to go to the polls. So
I might not have a motor.
Might not have what?
I might not have a motor.
Why? What'd you do this time?
Kind of messed up.
They pushed too many horses through it.
Somebody said something stupid to me, and I said something stupid back, and they said, I want a motor just like yours. I said, well, give me X amount of money and you come and unbolt the son of a bitch. He wanted to come tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
And I shouldn't have never did it. And I'd rather hold on to it for a little bit yet.
At least 6 more weeks.
2. I'm ready to retire for the winter.
We got three more polls.
Yeah. A lot could happen in 3 pulls.
I got a spare 14 horse if you want it.
14 horse.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm offering you something. It's better than having nothing, ain't it?
I'd have to take my 0 turn.
Technically, after 2 more polls, as long as Bo stays up the points, he'll lock in first place. So
I think he's pretty much there already. Because that other tractor, because the other one that was in the points is down. So he's been running his dad's tractor, which is not in the points because it goes tractor and driver.
Right.
So he's got like 4 poles on him now.
Yeah, so he should probably have it tied up then.
Pretty much.
Maybe I'll do good in the points next year if I get plan B running right.
You will do good in the points, but I think you need to switch everything over to that other chassis.
The plan is to have that other motor in that other chassis for next year.
Well,
That kind of sounds like you're going to be building a Plan C now.
No, that's Polar Bear Express.
yes. That should,
I thought you was gonna have to pull the running gear out of that one to put in the one you're using this year to
Oh,
finish
no,
the season up.
The new tractor will have a completely new transaxle.
trust you me, the new tractor, them little baby gears would never fly.
No.
Never.
I'll have to start playing the lottery.
Nah.
It's still too cheap this week. It ain't but 301 million. I don't think so. It's nice, but
Hey, honestly, I'm not picky. Just give me $200,000. Let me pay my house and everything off. Get the roof fixed. Do a few other things I need to get done. I'll be set.
Wow, you are greedy, ain't you? I'm just looking for a couple $100.
Hell, I'm not greedy at all. Just give me a couple more years to live, and I'll be happy.
yeah.
Well, I'm saying, I don't need the millions of dollars. I just, just let me get my house paid off, fix the roof, get a truck, and I can take care of the utilities. That ain't no big deal.
What are you doing, baby, huh?
I can use the rest of the money and stuff to buy tractor parts.
Oh well.
I need to sell tractor parts to get the money to fix my 91 red pickup finish is done, and then I'll be happy. But that's my big dream right now.
Well, I actually had a friend of mine text me. He seen me somewhere. Said, "Hey, you just drove by me." I said, "I did. Where are you at?" He said, "Back yonder." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, I can't stop." He said, "I wouldn't expect you to stop in that fine piece of Chevy equipment you're driving in." I said, that thing, I'll trust that thing to drive across the country. The body may fall off of it, but the running gear wise, it's top notch.
I got a tough choice. I'm trying to figure out which way to go. Since winter's coming and everybody's all talking about all this big snow we're going to get this year, I'm trying to decide, do I want to put new tires on the back of the Muddy 97 or just run it the way it is?
Run it the way it is.
If I had your situation, Jeff, I'd just run it the way it is. And if he can't get out the driveway, just stay home.
Well, I'm thinking, first of all, I'm usually in the Muddy Mac before it snows, so I don't have to worry about driving that in the snow. And I don't get done with the Muddy Mac until at least 4 hours after it snows. So I'm thinking the old farm truck ain't going to be in the snow, really.
Yeah.
I might just put some weight in the back just in case, though. I'll throw a couple cinder blocks back there. You think that's enough?
Could be. But it looks like next week I'm going to have to run down to Richmond.
Okay. What do you got down there?
Boy, you're full of good advice, Bocce. You really are.
Oh. Okay.
Richmond, Indiana.
No, Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. That's a fancy wagon.
Yeah.
You'll be big time then, huh?
Is it 16 or 18?
18, 8.5 wide.
Nice.
You're gonna have to use an oversized permit for that.
No,
No.
I wouldn't know how to drive it if it had an oversized permit. I'd be
Oh.
scared.
But somebody told me once you ain't scared of nothing.
Yeah, I am. I'm scared of myself.
Well, I can't blame you there.
That's my biggest problem is I'm scared of myself.
What is
Bought you
this
those-
idiot talking about? His T100.
bought you
Where
them
did he
gold
come
digger.
from?
Them gold diggers can knock all they want. I just don't answer the door.
Yeah. Well, that's one reason I'm gonna get rid of the tractor and that four wheeler out there, and then I ain't got to worry about somebody calling me and saying I can't get out my driveway.
See, I can't use that excuse not to go to work because they'll say, "Oh, okay, we'll send somebody after you." I've done it once. Well, the one place I lived, the driveway was a quarter mile long, and there was a farm field on the one side that had a high bank. It's probably 5 or 6 feet high, and it literally drifted across my driveway. And I was actually hitting snow drifts higher than the hood of my Dodge, my '94 Dodge. I called back and said, "Dude, I've been trying a half an hour to get out of my driveway. I can't get out. You know, I'll have to wait till the farmer wakes up and digs out the driveway for me." And they're like, "Don't worry, we'll send somebody there." They did. They sent a plow truck and they plowed my driveway and said, "Okay, let's go to work."
Then, if they like that, then every little snowstorm, I'd let them come plow my driveway. No, I wouldn't have to worry about it.
I know the guy I'm working for. If I call him up and said, "Hey, I can't get down there," he would come right out and you just wait for me. I'll be there with this truck in about 25 minutes.
No, they.
The last guy that we had to come by here that had to clean the driveway off because when the plow truck come by, he rolled them daggum big old balls of ice up at. I mean, them sung about 4 feet tall up there, right along our driveway, and so we called a guy up here that's got a big front end loader, and he come up here to move them out. The next day he died, so I mean, I ain't calling nobody else to come help me. I ain't calling nobody to come dig us out anymore. So.
No, our plow operators at work are asphalt plowers. They don't plow gravel driveways very well.
No, huh?
Yeah, no, they get going about 30 mile an hour and drop the plow, and you know, whatever it takes off, it takes off.
But even all your rocks, right?
Yeah, because we don't run the feet on them. We run the cutting edge right down on the asphalt.
Yeah,
Really?
And yeah, they don't know how to float the plow to just leave an inch or so there. It's they get moving and drop the plow and push.
I know we got all the like the carbide fixed skids, which these guys still haven't figured out how to set them. And they're easy. It's easy to do. But my brother, like he runs the county down there, and he's told me all the new trucks they have with all electronic shit, they actually have a float thing in it. So when you put the plow down, it actually still holding it off the ground there because these guys used to burn through cutting edges, wheels, skids, and everything.
I can remember when that New Jersey Turnpike, they would burn it down to the second layer asphalt, and you'd be running along there, and all of a sudden you feel like you're dropping off into a crater and come up the other side.
Hey, how you doing, Renegade?
Hey, Renegade.
Well, see, our guys at work, we tried running the feed on them one year, and they like to catch curbs and stuff with them and break them off anyway. So we go through about one cutting edge per blade per year. So
all right, man. You can get them now.
Briggs, you need to pay attention to what we're talking about right now.
Okay,
right.
I got 4 people here on the panel. Ed, what's the best tools company that you like to use their tools? Name brand tool.
What they sell at Napa's, Carlisle.
Okay, what's yours, Daryl?
Most of mine's Craftsman. So I ain't really had to do no heavy duty stuff. So most of mine's Craftsman.
And what's yours, Jeff?
Well, what kind of tools you talking about?
Hand tools, ratchets, stuff like that, wrenches.
I like the old Williams ratchets, and everything else is Perto.
Williams ratchets is a knockoff of Snap-on.
No, these are the old ones. The ones that had the little diamond head.
Pertos are actually Snap-ons actually are knockoff of Pertos. They were the ones that made Snap-on.
They're all the same, really, other than Craftsman and that.
Not the new Williams, the old ones. They said J.H. Williams on them way back when.
Well, that's what I just found out a couple weeks ago, and I'm glad you brought up Williams. My cousin is a Snap-on guy, runs a couple of the Snap-on trucks, and I was talking to Marty, and I said, yeah, I got this Williams ratchet. I said, I really like that ratchet, and he says, well, give it to me, and I'll warranty it out. I said, what do you mean you warranty it out? He says, that's part of Snap-on. We will warranty a Williams ratchet. So I got a new Snap-on ratchet for the old Williams ratchet. So that worked out pretty good. And I did not know that. I just learned that Snap-on actually owns Williams, he says. True or not, I don't know.
It's kind of like a Snap-on and Blue Point thing now.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Well, I mean, I back in the day, I would one of the big customers of a Snap-on truck. So the bastard took and him and my boss man got in an argument, so he couldn't come to the shop anymore. So but I had just bought a big ass toolbox, and he said, well, I got somebody that wanted, so I took it like, it wasn't going to be, I was up to date with the payments and all this stuff, but I let him have the toolbox just so he didn't have to come around our shop anymore, because I was the only one that had a bill at the time. And he said, come to find out, a month and a half later, that doggone Snap-on truck went bankrupt. He turned me into bankruptcy on the toolbox. He had done sold the toolbox to somebody else, and they turned me in as bad credit because I had turned that doggone toolbox. He was going to take that toolbox and resell it for me, and just so he wouldn't have to come to the shop. And that's why now I swore him down I'd never buy another Snap-on tool.
See, here you go. That's the old style Williams ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
The head dropped in from the top, and you had the little ring that screwed down into it to hold it on.
Right.
That's the only kind of ratchet to have.
Yeah, there's a Matco warehouse not far from here, over in Radford.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, other than that,
Well, no offense, I won't buy Snap-on because I have to deal with Marty Green.
Right. and that Ed is my cousin, and I won't deal with him.
If I lived in a different area and I had any other Snap-on dealer, I have no problem with Snap-on.
Right.
It's because I have to deal with him.
Right.
What's he do? Sell bad shit?
High priced.
No, he prices out toolboxes and tool sets and says
then
that
don't honor it.
and says that, oh yeah, we'll work on a PO. And then the day that he brings the toolbox says, well, I have to have half the money up front before he'll put the order in. No, that's not how you work. You said you would take a PO number, because as soon as we get that toolbox, I will turn that invoice in and they will mail you a check within 30 days for the full amount of the tools.
Right.
Nope. I have to have half down.
Hey, Mark.
Then how in the hell do I buy
the old Williams?
How do I buy your shit on credit? You don't say you have to have half down whenever I buy it on credit.
Right.
He wants the moolah.
No, he's so far in debt that he can't afford to put the order in because he has to pay for the stuff before you get it.
Right.
And yeah, he didn't have credit at Snap-on at the time.
Right.
Yeah. That's not good, huh?
No.
Hi, Jeff.
Then
Hey,
then after we kicked him out of our shop, he sent some other kid in that was working for him,
Running the other truck.
And when my boss found out that he worked for Marty, kicked his ass out too.
Doesn't sound like Marty's one to deal with.
See, here's an accessory all Ford truck owners should have. The little slip-ons for their shoes, the little spikes because they have to walk.
The best Snap-on dealer I have ever worked with, his name was Butch Boone. I'm sure he's passed away now because he was kind of probably in his late 60s whenever I was buying tools from him. And that man would bend over backwards to get you what you needed. If it was 11 o'clock at night and I broke a wrench and I called him and said, hey, Butch, I just broke this wrench. I need it tomorrow morning. 6 o'clock in the morning, he would be at the shop with the wrench. Break the tip off of a screwdriver. Hey, Butch, I just broke one of my screwdrivers. I'll be there in an hour and a half. I'm out of my route. Drop by and drop off a screwdriver.
Did anybody see Gator's comment in the chat?
No.
No, I haven't.
I was in there for a few minutes, Mater. I didn't get to stay long.
No, I haven't been watching very much stuff on YouTube at all this past week. I've been busy with other stuff.
But I went to. Things have changed now. I mean, the Snap-on, you used to have to go to them to get specialty item screwdrivers, especially item pieces of equipment to work on certain cars and all this stuff.
Yep.
But now, if you got to have a certain little doodad, you can get on the internet and you can find it right there, and by the time the Snap-on truck comes back around, or if they'd have to order it off the Snap-on truck, you could already have it in. So, now I just go ahead and order it offline now. So I'm not really a name brand person
for the free tool you got.
Oh.
Yeah, unless I get a real deal on something.
Right. But that's why I'm a firm believer in going to Harbor. I can walk in and get it replaced right there and in my hand and walk out. But you know what? Everybody can complain about our Harbor's tools, but I got the black sockets from there, and I even took a socket and put it in the lathe and thinned it down so it would fit, and I still can't break that socket. I've never broke one of their sockets yet.
I've actually got 3 of their composite ratchets to Pittsburgh, not Icon or anything else. And these things have got to be 10 or 15 years old.
Mhm.
And they're one of my go-to ratchets at work and at home whenever I grab a ratchet.
Oh yeah.
It's got the offset and handle where it comes up a little bit.
Yep.
It's comfortable. It works great. And I have torqued on them 3/8 unbelievably.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Oh, there is a couple things from Mac that I like, but you can't find a Mac dealer around here anywhere.
They're few and far between. They're the same way here, Jeff.
Hey, I've got a Cornwall driver that comes through our town. He's in town all week long. He used to come to my place on Mondays. I quit buying off of them because, you know, I didn't need to buy any more tools. I had what I needed, you know, and I've got probably 6 pieces that need replaced. I keep calling him. They keep saying he'll stop, and he never does. I even contacted Cornwall. Cornwall says, "Oh, we'll have him stop." Still didn't stop. I contacted him again. "Oh, well, just box them up and ship them to us." "Are you going to pay the shipping?" "Well, no, that's on you." Wait a minute. You know, I don't even know if you're going to warranty the stuff, so I'm going to pay shipping. And chances are when it gets to you, you're going to say, "Well, we won't warranty it." And so then I'm out to shipping and the tool.
That's why I won't buy Craftsman no more. Once Craftsman finds out you use it in a commercial shop, then they will not warranty it because it's all homeowner grade tools.
Actually, that's not really true because I have Craftsman tools at work. And they've always warranted them.
What happened when you took my sockets back up to Sears?
They wouldn't warranty it.
See, I've never had a problem with that out, you know, with them.
Now,
Well, we don't have a Sears here. I just take mine up to Lowe's because Lowe's sells Craftsman. They just warranty them out.
but now they look at the numbers on the side. There's certain numbers. And now they only do these ones that are marked in numbers, not the old Craftsman. These are the new Craftsman.
The new Craftsman, good story. My buddy has a set of the new Craftsman sockets. He broke one. He took it back to Lowe's to get it warranted. They told me he had to bring the whole set back.
Get out of here.
The whole set. They wouldn't warranty just one socket. He has to bring the whole set back in, give him the whole set, and they'll give him another one.
Right back to what I said. I don't buy Craftsman.
Carlisle.
Well, I mean, that's why I said I don't. I got since I had two houses. You know, we had this house and one in South Carolina. I got 2 sets of tools out there. I do not need. I don't even stop when I go. I don't even stop at Harbor anymore because I got a damn toolbox scattered out, toolbox worth of tools scattered out in totes out there in my shop that I don't have any place to put because I used to always have basically a whole set on my truck with me too. So I mean, you know, a whole set of sockets and all that stuff, but I don't. I got more tools than I need right now. So.
I got my traveling tools and the Mighty Ford. They're all new NOS Proto stuff.
From back when you said those shoe leather protectors, Jeff, for your Mighty Ford.
Back when they put everything like in the steel boxes and stuff. Mm-hmm. Look on eBay long enough, you'll find the old stuff that's all brand new still. It wasn't expensive.
I've got a set of Buffalo sockets and it's 3/8. Well, actually, I had a quarter 3/8 and 1/2-inch drive. I still have the whole 3/8 drive socket set with the ratchets Buffalo that I bought at Big Lots. Or no, not Big Lots. What was the other one? The one that's out of business now. It was Big Lots. I bought it at Big Lots.
Big Lots
over 30 years ago.
Hey, Patrick.
I got a set of Ford wrenches that used to that Ford would send you send you because you had to put the damn car together when you got it. I mean, that's literally what it was. You know, they would send the wrenches and all that for you to put. You had to put it together. I mean,
But I used to be a big advocate of the Napa brand tools, which were Carlisle, just branded Napa. And now I've been using Carlisle's for 10 years now, or whenever they did their switch over, and I like them. The warranty's nationwide, 24/7. Call Napa up. Hey, I need this. If you're in a shop, they'll deliver it to you.
Yep.
I got one of them old Napa tool books from. It's got to be every bit of 10 years ago. The thing is like about this thick. If it was made, Napa had it in that book.
Yep. And they deal with 90% of the OTC specialty tools.
Uh-huh.
They can get about 90% of the OTC specialty tools.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my favorite little ratchet set was always I had a 1/4 inch. What was it? It was. I had it on the tip of my tongue but anyway, I had a little 1/4 inch and a little metal box that it would do 90% of what I needed to do working on body work and stuff like that. I mean, S&K, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
S&Ks.
Mm-hmm. I have some stuff.
You remember when True Value used to have master mechanic tools?
Yep.
I've still got a bunch of those that I know that I bought when I was 13 years old.
That wasn't that many years ago.
Better than half the Snap-on stuff that I bought.
well, True Value now is mostly gone to Craftsman also, I think.
Yeah.
I've got one Craftsman or one Snap-on thing. My 1/2 inch breaker bar. It's like about yellow long. Never bent it. Never broke it yet.
I've got one Snap-on 1/4 inch ratchet left, and it feels like it's missing about half the teeth. and they won't warranty it because on the back side of it actually dropped down in a running motor and was up against a pulley, and it ground on the back side. And they said I modified the tool. That has nothing to do with the gear mechanism. The back side of it is where it got ground at, not on the ratcheting mechanism. And they wouldn't warranty it because I modified the tool.
Oh, they around here at our old Sears store before they closed, if you took an old ratchet up there, they would just change the guts in it.
Yeah, Sears would, but this is Snap-on. Snap-on can deny replacement for anything you want. If they look at it in the square, where your ratchet goes in, if that's wobbled out, they can say we're not going to warranty that because you put it on an impact.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've dealt with them for 30 plus years. They will find any way not to warranty that tool.
They did the same thing to my old man when he was working. He swore he'd never buy another Snap-on because of their stuff like that. My old man says used to say Snap-on was the biggest pile of crap out there because of that warranty crap. Like you just said, the same thing. You do anything, they won't honor it. Or abuse, they said.
Yep.
And then
if you try to get a screwdriver warrantied out and the back end of it's marred up some, like you may have tapped it with a hammer or to set it in a screw or something like that. No, you tried using it as a chisel. We're not going to warranty it. You broke the tip off like that, not using it for your, the way it's supposed to be used.
Have a name on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But anyway, hey, I'm going to have to jump out of here. I got some stuff I got to do and shut my shop down, and we'll see y'all later.
All right, we'll see you,
Mark,
Mark.
Don't be
you gonna
spending this
be
now.
on tomorrow night?
Huh?
You gonna be on tomorrow night?
If I have time.
All right. Well,
Busy man like you. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Okay.
you get so busy.
Jeff, I had physical therapy today. I got physical therapy Monday. I got nerve test on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
No, Tuesday.
I knew it was Tuesday. You're trying to trick me now.
Wait a minute. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
See.
Sandy's.
Well, you
Sandy,
having physical therapy today has
Sandy-
nothing to do with tomorrow.
Sandy was going to school to be a nurse or whatever it was. Or what was it? A
Phlebotomist.
Bottom.
Well,
Phlebotomy.
Well, go. Well, she can go now to physical therapy and start and learn how to beat on you herself, and then you won't have to go to physical therapy, Mark.
Hey, you know what? I told him I have this rubber band thing that they had him doing. I said, we got one of those at home you can practice. And he looked at me and said, shut up. No, I'm not.
I tell you what, that physical therapy takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It kicks his butt really bad.
And then that guy says, well, you got to do this exercise here. And I said, I will enjoy sitting here watching you do it because I am not doing it. I'm going home.
I'm done.
I'd rather go home, sit down, and just sit there and squeeze the tennis ball.
Boy.
That's what. Well,
I see Mark in a wheelchair in 10 years.
Last time Delisa went to physical therapy, I had to hear. I mean, she couldn't walk for 2 or 3 days, so I had to be the handmaid around here. I mean, she swears up now she would never go to physical therapy.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's miserable. It is miserable.
His back's worse when he comes out than when he went in.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just all the muscles that have deteriorated over 8 months that he hasn't got to use them.
Yeah.
Well, you know, winter's coming. It's time to get out there and start splitting wood. That'll bring you right back in shape.
Yeah.
That's what I got a bunch of boys for. They can split wood real quick and get it put away.
You sound like the guy across the street here now. You got all kinds of excuses, huh?
I don't need an excuse. I just say it the way it is, and that's how it is. Period.
Yeah, until your daughters take over the boys and then then tell them they can't get online. I mean,
He probably does circles around him.
I'm putting a pellet stove in here in about 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll go buy one.
I thought you were moving
You're
to
in
Florida.
What do you need a pellet
I
stove
still
for?
need a pellet stove for up here. I'm not getting rid of this house.
Oh, I thought you already had that sold.
No, the apartment houses I've got sold. This house been in my family since 1865. It's going to stay in my family.
Well, how would we know where you are right now?
Well, anyway, hey, you know,
Hey.
I'll see y'all later. Good talking with y'all. And
Don't lie to us.
we may do a live tomorrow night. Maybe if time permits. But we'll see y'all later.
We'll be live.
God willing, and the creeks don't rise.
The creeks are already rising. See y'all.
See.
yeah, it's
So what do you think, Ed, when I put this belt on this mower tomorrow, you think it'll work for me?
Yeah.
I'm hoping it does. It should.
I have full confidence in it.
I know the first thing I got to do before anything is I got to unbolt the seat and put it back where it was. I put the high back on it and I moved it up 1 square. Now it's really hard to get on it.
I bet. Those aren't the easiest in the first place, let alone putting the high back and moving it forward.
Yeah, especially when your legs don't work right. And the little step I made for it, my feet keep getting stuck in it.
You have to make it a little wider.
I might just take it off. I got the mower deck on. I might just take it off for now.
Yeah, true. You can step on the motor deck and get up on.
Well, it worked on the other tractor. It should work on this one.
Yep. And Daryl, don't let me forget after the stream, I got a little bit of information to give you to
okay.
little help.
All right. Yeah. Is so I am absent-minded tonight. I can't remember that.
Huh?
I am absent-minded tonight. I don't even know. Has anybody else had Windows 11? They're trying to force you to upgrade to Windows 11.
I'm
My
still
one
on Windows 8.
My one laptop just come up with a notification after I updated did the updates that my computer is now ready for Windows 11.
Well, they
Mine
show
kept telling me about Windows 10. And I kept Xing it off. It won't tell me anymore now.
Well, I've got my laptop I used to keep out in the garage. It's Windows 7. It is no longer supported, and I cannot upgrade it. So I have to have the hard drive wiped and a newer version of something put on it.
Don't you hate that? And there was nothing wrong with the way it was working.
Yeah, I mean, it worked just fine for out in the garage. If I wanted to look something up on the internet or if I wanted to do a live stream out there, it worked just fine. But
that's kind of the thing. I don't want to update the system because of because this one's working perfect. I know how to operate it, but I want to give them time to work the daggone bugs out of the next.
That's what I was just going to say. I want them to get all those patches and fixes applied before I install it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting here. It looks like my computer needs to be restarted because it is already, I've already got the Windows 11 is ready to install on your computer. Right? I'm sitting here. I don't want.
Right.
Let's not be talking about Windows 11. My computer don't know about it yet, so I don't need no hints to this thing.
Quick, everybody send a message to his computer to make it want Windows 11.
Yeah.
Well, see, it may not even tell you that it's ready for that you can upgrade it to that because you may not be able to go from 8 to 11.
Yeah.
That's good.
Don't worry.
I want to go from 8 to 11.
Don't worry, Jeff. Commodore 64s won't support Windows 11.
but at some point in time, they will stop supporting it, and you will have to upgrade to something.
Yeah.
I won't be alive by then, probably.
Well, like I said, Tuesday, my TV's been telling me that I've been low on storage and blah blah blah, and I need to update the software and all that. Well, finally Tuesday, it wouldn't let me do anything until I upgraded the software. I upgraded the software, and apparently the software update is a big update because I ran out of memory and I lost half my apps that I had for streaming TV and stuff.
Oh boy!
And when I tried to re-download them, it says I'm out of room. So now I have to go buy a flash drive and plug into it to get more storage.
Whatever happened to when you walked in the house, you turned the TV on and just turned it to like channel 7 or channel 11? Whatever happened to them days?
Well, you can still do it, but I have to have an HD antenna and stuff, and I'm not for what they want for the HD antennas. They don't get good reception in my area anyways. And to pay for cable, my last cable bill before I had my cable shut off, besides my internet, was $212.
Yeah, ain't that insane?
And I watched 4 channels.
Yeah.
I had 300 and 400 and some channels or whatever, but I watched 4 channels on a regular basis.
That's the only.
My sister years ago, she bought me a little black and white TV. It had to be 30 years ago, and up until when I was still living down in Pacon, I could only get like channel 2, 7, and 11, but it still worked.
Out in my garage, up until like 5 years ago, I had a set of rabbit ears that were the HD signal on, you know, when they did that upgrade, and I could still get 2 channels out there that I would watch, had the news and weather on it, and some other station. I forget which one it was now, but that's all I needed out in my garage. Well, now with the times changing, I actually have a Roku out there on a bigger, better TV, and you know, I can like watch YouTube and everybody else out there, you know, while I'm working.
I got one of them Roku's right here. Can you? How would you hook that up to watch YouTube and stuff?
Plug it in and download the YouTube app.
Well, the YouTube app should already be on it, installed.
Yeah. On Roku, it should be already on there. You just go into the main menu and click YouTube, log in with your information, and all your channels and stuff that you watch will show up.
I just
just
stream
leave it
mine
where
right
it
to
is,
my
huh?
TV.
Man. But
Oh well, it's getting late.
well,
Now I don't want to be sleeping in too long tomorrow.
I got a friend that wants this gonna call in a little bit anyway, so I need to get out here too. So I'm gonna take.
See you guys next time.
All right.
See you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Hold on, man. He said he'll call in tomorrow, so we can stay on for a few more minutes, and I can try to get my hour and a half in anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just get my hour and a half in, and and then we'll see what. But like I said, I mean, this time of year when college football, we do get the sling package. Other than that, to get sports, because I love college football. Other than that, the rest of the year, all everything goes off, and there's enough channels on Roku and all this other stuff that I can find just about anything I want to do. But
well, see, I've got the Hulu Live package. I get Disney Plus with my cell service, and then I have Discovery Plus, and that's every show and everything that I care to watch. And if I could get just the local channels that I wanted through, not having Hulu, I would do that in a heartbeat. But there's no service that has just my local live, because I to watch the news and weather and stuff like that. But
we're right over the ridge. The TV back when it was analog, we could get certain channel, or over the air channels. But since we're right over the ridge now and it's HD, we can't get, but only local channel we can get is a CBS channel.
Well, see, that's the way it is. That's the way it is here. I used to be able to get my 3 local channels, nice crystal clear, everything over the air. But now it's just, I know some people up the road, because I live down in a little gully lake. Even with an outdoor HD antenna, I can only get 2 of the channels, and one of them, those 2 are not the one I normally watch. But the guy up half a mile up the road, he gets them from like 3 different cities.
Well, that's kind of where what we are. We're just over the ridge going downhill on the backside of the direction that they need to be. I mean, I'd have to put a daggum 100-foot antenna up to get.
Yeah. Well, my neighbor right next door to me, he does have like a 60 or 70-foot antenna, and he said the same thing. He had to go up another 10 or 15 feet and put an HD antenna up, because he don't have cable at all, no internet, no nothing. He said he had to go up another like 2 or 3 sections, whatever that is, to be able to get the local channels that he wanted. Where before, for
I got
years,
an antenna like that. When you just plug it, I got one that goes outside. It mounts on a windowsill. It looks like about like a carton of cigarettes with a wire coming out of it. And that plugs into an outlet. And I actually get 7 channels of that stupid thing. I paid $20 for it at Dollar General.
Oh, see, I got the rabbit ear ones, basically the same thing. And I can get like 2 or 3 channels. But if I could get it up high enough, like, you know, way up above my roof, I would probably get good channels. But I'm not going to put up a 100-foot tower just to get my local channels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the.
I'll
That's-
pay
that's-
the
I mean-
$60 a month or whatever it is for Hulu, because technically I share it with my mom. So, you know, she gets all of her game show network channels and all that kind of stuff that she watches. So
I think
I
it's
mean,
amazing.
it's a heck. I mean, we used to pay close to $200 on friggin' dish or.
mhm.
But now, I mean,
I will never have dish or satellite TV again,
no.
because right after I moved in here, they put a dish up, and because of where I live, I cannot get the Cleveland stations that I want. It had to be a different city,
Package.
you know, different package.
Yeah.
And one day it was, you know, fuzzy or, you know, scrambled or whatever, and blah blah blah, and going in and out and everything. I called him and I said, oh yeah, you know, I'm having an issue with my, you know, thing. We need to reset it or whatever. She said, well, give me your zip code and we'll check and see what's going on. And they did. And they said, oh, we're showing storms in your area. I said, ma'am, I am standing out beside my dish right now. It is 85 degrees and sunny. There ain't a storm cloud in the sky. Oh no, by our radar, it shows that you're getting bad storms. So you'll just have to wait a couple hours and let the storms pass, and it should clear up for you.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Don't just love that.
I looked at my radar on my phone. There wasn't a storm within 200 miles of me.
that's well. We had you know, we had dish so we could take the box back and forth from here to South Carolina,
Yeah.
and it will work. But I mean, but the thing about it is, within a half a mile, I could actually get the local channels. But since I was across the county line by half a mile, I had to get the local channels out of Charlotte. And I said, that news ain't doing me now a bit of good. I mean, if I'd have been a half mile the other way, I'd have got the local channel from what I used to get off, you know, out of there.
Well,
But-
I had a buddy that would do that with the campground. Take his box from his house to the campground for the weekend and stuff. But then they found out it was in a different county, and he had his dish pointing in a different direction. They shut him down. They said, you can't do that. He said, it's my box. It's my service. I can do it wherever I want. Nope. You're contracted for this area, for this box at this location. If you want a box at that location, you have to pay an extra blah, blah, blah.
Well,
You can buy one of those mobile antennas and go anywhere in the country because they sell them for semi trucks and RVs. That's what I would have done. It's a little dome and you can mount it anywhere.
But we got
Right, but that's a package you buy to be able to be mobile like that. He was taking his box from his house that was registered at that address and that signal, and taking it across the county line and pointing it in a totally different direction and getting a totally different satellite and package. And they said, no, you cannot do that. They shut his whole locked his whole system, and said, you know, you can't do that.
You know, they knew what, you know, we'd have to call them and let them know, hey, we're in South Carolina, and they would change everything over to South Carolina, and then when we got back to Virginia, we'd call them up, and that way they switch everything back over to Virginia.
Yeah,
That's what I got.
Well, all he did was, there's people at the campground that are permanent there, you know.
Yeah.
When he got the other dish, which was an old dish from somebody else, he plugged it in and kind of pointed it in the same direction as theirs, and then went onto the meter and found the good strong signal, and that's where he set it up at. And yeah, they're like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Sure, I can. It works. So, yeah,
My next door neighbor does him and the two people up the street from me. They split a satellite bill. They got two boxes and they buried the cable from one house to the other in the ground. And DirecTV don't know that the other one goes to the other house. And then all of a sudden they found out. They said you can't do that. Blah blah blah. And guess what? He says I think I can. It don't matter where I take that box as long as that. And the dish was like right in between their houses.
Well,
They couldn't. They found out they couldn't.
Well, when I turned my equipment back in, I had to box it all up and send it in.
And I even had to turn in the head that was on the pole last time.
That's what I was getting at. They said, well, you have to send us the LCM off the dish. I said, ma'am, that's up on top of my roof. I don't have a ladder. I'm not climbing up there. Your guy put it up. If you want it back, you come get it. I said, because if I fall off my roof, I will sue you. Okay, sir, we'll just take that off your bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what they're trying to do is keep people from keeping the dish and then selling them to somebody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, and actually mine was right in my front yard, and I just pulled the post and
another thing, Ed, is if you with those things and it's signed in like that, certain channels you can still get because if you still had the wires hooked up, just the wires up, that would pull in certain signals back in that you would for stations that you wouldn't have to pay for, and that's
you can get a hacked box and get their but I told him I am not climbing up on my roof to get that thing off. I don't have a ladder to get up there, so I'm not climbing up there to get it. If you want it, you send your guy back out to take it off my roof. You can have the whole thing back.
All right, Patrick. Have a good night.
All right, Patrick. Have a good one, buddy. And by the way, Patrick, that bike's looking really good, brother.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I got my hour and a half in. So everybody have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow on Mark's stream, Twisted V Garage, and Sunday night at 7 p.m. on Polarberry Hits. So, and we will talk to you. We'll probably be on both of them. So we'll talk to you then.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Oh.